Okay, there we go. Oh. All right.
Yeah, but I'm kind of teetering on 5 stars or 1 star.
Blow it out your ass. Blow it out your ass.
7 minutes until showtime.
Fuck is wrong with you? That is some dark shit. The fuck is wrong with you? That is some dark shit.
Six minutes until showtime.
All right.
5 minutes until showtime.
Okay.
4 minutes until showtime.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Three minutes until showtime.
Yo,
Yo.
yeah, what's up?
Nothing. Just wait for you guys.
Before we go live, I have a question for you. I have a guy who wants me to do a video job, and we're not live or anything, are we?
Oh no, we're live. Hold on. Let me mute you. All right, we're all good.
1 minute until showtime.
Oh God. Well, Lindor finally won an award with the Mets.
What did he win?
Won Silver Slugger.
Okay.
He's apparently won it last year too. So apparently won it back to back. Probably the only award he'll win this year. He's going to get screwed out of the MVP.
I'm telling you, they don't. They clearly admit it that they don't care. Also, like I said, Ohtani did have a ridiculous year. Also, copying that with the
World Series kind of helped.
Yeah.
Your show will go live in
Here we
5
go.
seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Tactical nuke incoming!
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Betting Window on the Nerd Report Network. I am your host, Effin Ronnie, and why the hell is Rapey McForehead trending on Twitter?
You sound far away, by the way. And first of all, and I am the Zombie Master, and I have no idea what the heck you're talking about on Twitter.
Something just popped up, and I guarantee you I know why I'm far away on here. Because God forbid that anytime I get an update, all my audio shit goes to living fucking hell.
Now you sound like you're back in the room again, type of deal.
Yeah, so apparently Rapey McForehead is trending on Twitter.
I could make so many jokes right now, but I will not.
I literally saw that and it's just literally like, why is I'm like, this, I thought it was about a certain presidential candidate that they were talking about, but no, it's somebody completely different.
Are they talking about a movie from the 70s?
No, they're talking about a candidate from like a senator, I think.
But you get that joke, though.
Yes. But the fact that Rapey McForehead is...
That's just warped on so many levels right there, I'm just going to say.
Yeah.
That's beyond...
I mean, when you see this photo, hold on, I'm going to send this in the group chat. I'm not putting this up for sense of, not censorship, but just, I'm not going to fucking do that.
You can send it to her. I'll look at it here.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like J.D. McDonough with an extra 5 head.
Looks like, well, I'll keep my political view to this. It looks like Captain Comeover if he went into a time machine. Just saying.
Yeah. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Betty Window, where we dive into the good, the bad, and the what the fuck was that in the wide world of sports and sports betting. And I give this thing...
Yeah, but I'm kind of teetering on 5 stars or 1 star.
No, Cartman, you always go 5 stars. Oh, and hello, Ryan.
Give me a second. I'm having a hard time. Fuck off.
Oh, okay.
He's having a hard time. Fuck off.
Yeah.
That's
Having a
his
hard
new
time,
Twitter.
fuck off.
That's his new
Your
Twitter
girlfriend
handle.
is a notorious whore. She even gave a kid named Dave Darcy a BJ in the parking lot of TGI Fridays.
Why we all love TGI Fridays.
Ronnie, are we going to run to the hills soon with an opening soon or no?
So, actually, we have to find something new because as of the end of January, Blog Talk Radio will be shutting down.
Really?
Yeah, I got an email. They are officially shutting their doors. They are closing shop.
Gee, I wonder why. Could it be because they were never, they would always be broken down or not up and running or having delays? Or...
As in the words of The Rock.
And I've got to say, in all honesty, it's the biggest piece of dog shit that I have ever heard.
Yeah, I concur with that.
But, all right, Ra, you back?
He's not back yet. Fuck off.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Hold on. My shit's being weird.
Oh, okay. Oh.
He's not back yet. His computer's giving him hard times, baby.
So, apparently the White Sox are looking to trade Garrett Crochet.
Gee. Color me surprised. They're also looking to trade Luis Robert and just about anybody else on that team that's worth their weight in anything. Because they're obviously going to be doing a major retooling.
So, hold on. This, yeah, semi-breaking news that's not really groundbreaking. We just got word that Wander Franco has been assigned.
Is he finally in jail?
Nope. But he has been he has assigned court date check-ins, admitting a weapons charge that has now been added to this.
Jesus Christ.
Shortstop, former Tampa Bay Rays shortstop Juan Franco, on Wednesday was assigned a monthly court mandate check-in while he waits a court date to face charges of illegal use of possession of a firearm, illegal use and possession of a firearm on his arrest Sunday after an armed altercation in the DR.
Why don't we just lock this bitch up and throw away the key already?
Why wasn't he held under mandate under his first... Did that ever go to trial? Like, or did that get dropped?
I would think with all the
With his stroke in the DR, we don't know.
Well, you got to figure it this way. Isn't the Dominican Republic like an offshoot of the United States in a way?
It's like Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
We'll do it live.
Is Raider Dave taking a night off?
Unless I can get this figured out real quick, yes.
Okay, then don't worry about it. Let Raider Dave take a night off because Joanna's
Yeah.
taking a night off too. We'll worry about the ads later. Another day.
No,
Don't. Yeah, go ahead, John.
So no, but what I was going to say, it's like I think with all the publicity surrounding him for the charge for his alleged, I'm keeping our bases covered here, alleged crimes that he's being
Well, we
accused
have no
of.
idea. We have no idea if this even went to trial or if it was planning on going to trial. We just broke the story when it happened. Now we have no idea.
As far as I'm concerned, if they're just an inkling of being true, he needs to be locked up in a room with Jared from Subway. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, wait, what are we talking about?
Well,
Wander Franco.
Oh,
He was arrested on. He was
arrested
being held
again.
under. He was arrested for gun charges now.
okay, well that's fun.
Yeah, so just add that on to the alleged other shit he's involved with, and just
If
lock
he's
him
been
up and
arrested-
throw away.
If he's been arrested for it, it's not alleged. They have enough to arrest him.
Arrested but never charged.
He wasn't charged. He wasn't officially charged yet.
He was never. Sorry, never arraigned yet.
Okay, but he was arrested, correct?
Yes. So he's still awaiting trial. This hasn't even gone to trial yet. Not even the armed allegations. I'm talking about the sexual abuse trial. It hasn't even gone to trial yet. When did we break this?
we don't have to allege that. That one he was arrested for. They have evidence. He's going to trial. That's not alleged anymore.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to cover. I'm just like
Well,
trying to
I'm
remember what
saying-
you guys have always say allegedly. You
Well,
know, just
I
so
don't
we're
know.
our.
Like, my thing is, sorry, John, but the thing is with this is I don't know if this got released, if this, like, because there's so many, like, fucking bullshit about, like, the mother was coming out saying it was okay, they approved of it, like, there were so many different allegations going on, so I have no idea what the fuck is going on anymore with this shit.
As far as I'm concerned, his major league career is over.
Oh, I'm not even talking about him coming
Oh
back
God,
to
yeah,
Major League.
that's a gimme.
I'm talking about,
I think that's.
yeah.
I think that's the only thing we could say officially. I think his Major League Baseball career is done, over. Cue the music, the fat lady singing, every possible innuendo you could put in that regard. I think we.
Give him a heater.
Yeah, exactly. It's over and done with because I mean, to go through what to alleged, as much as Commissioner Buttfuck is a complete train wreck.
Well, this wasn't
He
even the commissioner didn't even technically suspend him. The team just fired him. The team straight up released him.
But no, but yeah, I'm sure he had a saying to say to Tampa Bay, look, you need to cut ties with him.
Oh, they were
You're not going to break down
gonna,
baseball.
They were gonna cut ties with him no matter what.
So, as far as I'm concerned, Wander Franco, go fuck yourself, you blankety blanky.
For anyone
And
that does not know, he is still awaiting trial for a sexual assault case involving a 14-year-old girl when he was 23 in the Dominican Republic, and it was against a minor, and technically it would also be classified, which he's also being charged with, for human trafficking.
Yes.
So, which, by the way, this trial, it's going to trial December 12th, but he's been out of the league 2 years now, hasn't he? Or has it been one?
No, it's been.
it's been more than years. I think it's been around 2.
2 seasons? Or it was before, it was 1 full season, but almost 2 years? I swear to God, he played in 22. Because that's when he got his new contract, remember?
I don't know. It's just, as far as I'm concerned, he's got to go bye-bye in the biggest of ways.
Yeah, and now now you're tying in armed allegations.
A gun charge, in other words.
Yeah, so
Blow it out your ass.
Couldn't have said it better.
Will Duke Nukem for him?
Yeah, I found a couple sound spots that we could have some fun with later. When I start really start fucking around with finding some new shit and trying to get us to grow this show in better ways.
Yeah, I got you there.
The fuck is wrong with you? That is some dark shit.
Thank you, John.
Boy,
Cena.
you're really milking the sound drops tonight, aren't you?
I mean, in reality, there's not a lot of news.
Right.
I mean, you're not wrong, but
I mean, there's no baseball news because God forbid.
I mean, there was some sad Met news, but not that anybody would care unless because Keith Hernandez lost his beloved cat Haji.
Okay, yeah,
22 years old. That cat was. But rest in peace, little Haji, man. I remember Keith talking about him during broadcasts. He would always say goodnight to Haji because he always said Haji listened to the broadcast. I don't know how true that was, but whatever.
Wait a second. Are we at such a low news point that we're talking about somebody's fucking cat?
Exactly. There's not much going on. What's left? There's no baseball news.
Well, there
We
is.
could literally fucking make up anything that would be more interesting than that.
Well, there is one bit of news that we could talk about.
Hey, that was on my part. I said it.
There
So,
is one.
Pipe down there, Viking boy.
There is one bit of news that we could talk about, and that has to do with Mike Tyson.
Oh, the Tyson fight?
That is this weekend, I believe, or next weekend.
No, that is this Friday. That is on my birthday, motherfuckers.
Live on Netflix. Watch Jake Paul get destroyed by Mike Tyson.
That's what I'm hoping. Dude. I'm hoping he knocks his fucking head off.
I mean, do we understand? Do we really think he's got any snowball's chance in hell of even landing a decent punch on Tyson at this point?
Jake Paul does know how to box.
He will land good punches. He will land some decent punches.
Jake Paul does know how to.
Get that fucked up. Jake Paul can fight a little bit.
Jake Paul's going to turn into Jake Fall, though.
He's still Jake Paul, but he can fight a little bit.
Well, there is one. Something just came across my thing. There is a former Met that just got signed by somebody. Not really breaking news, but allegedly the deal is pending a physical. Travis d'Arnaud has signed a 2-year deal with the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, well, there's nothing really, I mean, besides that, like, we could still talk about the boxing stuff, because I think that's actually turning into a bigger, like, there is odds on this.
This is going to be an actual exhibition fight.
So
it might be an execution at this point.
Hold on. Let me actually pull up the rules, because I actually have the Vegas odds attached to it, too. All right. So, Jake Paul Tyson fight. The fight will be 8 2-minute rounds.
That's what I was going to say. How long is this going to be?
Knockdowns will be allowed. 14-ounce gloves. And the fight is officially sanctioned. The result both would appear on both men's records. So this is going to be a sanctioned fight with moderate stipulations. Because Mike Tyson doesn't want to fight 10 rounds, and Jake Paul doesn't want to use 16-ounce gloves.
Right.
Well, let me just say this, and I'm going to be completely honest with you with this. Does anybody think it's going to make it out of the first or second round?
Jake Paul's favored.
You know what? Even in Tyson's older age, he could still probably hit a lot harder, I'm thinking.
Well,
I don't.
So here's the tail of the tape. Tyson is going to hit like a brick shit house. We know this. Jake Paul is faster, though.
Jake Paul is faster, but Jake Paul's also a lot cockier. Tyson's become humble in his old age. And he the fact that he wants this fight on his record says a lot.
Yeah, Tyson. Like if we see Tyson, like I mean, even an eighth of Mike fucking Tyson, I'm gonna eat your children, Tyson.
Right, I'm gonna fuck you till you love me.
Yeah, Jake is DED dead.
Oh, dude, he's dead.
He makes Joanna look embarrassed.
And we know how hard that is.
Yeah.
You got to take that bitch to Red Lobster and let them ask her about the crabs for that to happen.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, don't forget about the cheddar biscuits.
Ugh.
But if he does not, if Jake Paul decides to not stand in a phone booth, this is going to be a closer fight than you would think.
Yes.
If he stands in a phone booth, oh, this is going to be ugly.
I just have a feeling this is going to be ugly to begin with anyway. I mean, it's just, look, I've seen Jake Paul fight on different occasions and stuff like that. Not taking anything away from him. He's got more talent than I do, and that ain't saying much. But anyway, but the guy, I've seen some of the guys he's fought. They're not exactly like. Why am I hearing myself?
That's on you.
No, it's not on me.
Oh,
Okay, it's gone. It's gone. He hasn't fought anybody the caliber of a Mike Tyson.
Tommy Gunn.
I said what I said, and I said
Or not
what I
Tommy Gunn,
said.
sorry. Tommy Fury.
No, he hasn't fought anybody with the history, the legacy, and the pedigree of Mike Tyson. Granted, I may not like Mike Tyson. I really don't. I'm really not fond of him. I really don't like him. I don't hate him, but I don't really like him either. He's indifferent to me. But I've seen the guy fight.
But when it comes,
he's like he's like a shark. His eyes roll in the back of his head, and he becomes a different person in the ring.
that may be true, but anyone that knows fighting, what is the first thing to go on a fighter? If anyone wants to answer that, and hello, Christian.
What's up?
You
We're
might
talking
know
about
this.
Mike Tyson. We're talking about Tyson and Jake Paul.
Mike Tyson about to fuck him up.
You know this.
Thank
though.
you. That's what I've been saying.
But hold on. When it comes to a fighter, when it comes to them going up in age, what is the first thing to go?
I know it's the legs.
Really,
I know it's the legs.
For every
It's the
athlete,
legs.
it's the legs. And that's where it comes into play. If Jake Paul wants to dance around, Jake Paul might have a more advantage over Tyson. Now, if Jake Paul stands in a phone booth with Tyson, which would be fucking stupid, Tyson's going to eat him alive.
I still think Tyson's going to eat him alive to begin with anyway.
The question,
Yeah.
but it's the science of this fight, because Tyson, like I said, if Tyson can close the gap, the one thing Jake Paul cannot do is stand in a phone booth. He cannot share the ring with Tyson. He's got to dance around and slip anything Tyson does. Tyson's got to pin him, though. Like, Tyson's got to get him in a corner and just go to fucking town. Because here's the other thing, too, that no one's talking about. They're 14-ounce gloves. Now you're giving Mike Tyson less glove, less weight?
Look, we never said he was smart.
But also, too, how is Tyson's cardio?
Oh, dude, I'm sure his cardio's on point.
Yeah, again, we all know this, though. There's in-shape cardio, but then there's fighting-shape cardio. The last time Tyson stepped in a ring in actual fighting shape was like what, 2002? When he got knocked out?
I think he's going to be in shape for this.
But again, I keep saying
No,
this.
he's going to be in fighting shape for this.
Okay.
Oh, definitely. I mean, to be all honest, I mean, I've seen Tyson here and there. I mean, at different appearances and stuff like that. He doesn't appear like he's out of shape. I mean, he didn't go the Buster Douglas route where he just completely let himself go to shit. Because I remember when Buster Douglas, man, looked like he ate Buster Douglas. But Tyson, from what I've seen of him, he always looks like he keeps himself in tremendous, tremendous shape. He's never let himself go.
Yeah, I actually saw him at the Fanatics Fest. That was like the last event that I went to because I was at their press conference. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Ryan Clark had hosted it.
Right.
And I'll see if I can send you guys the videos. But yeah, like Mike Tyson isn't as tall as I thought he was.
Oh no, he's
like,
he's like 5'7", isn't he?
No, I say he's probably about a good 5'10".
You know what? Here's the thing. I was at a convention years ago where he was at the big event a couple of years ago. Alicia met him, and I walked up with her, and I got to stand. I stood about maybe a couple inches away from him because I went up there with her. He's not that big. He doesn't look that big in person, to be honest.
Nah, he's big. Nah, because
he doesn't look like. I mean, he's not what I meant like big, like tall, big.
Nah, he's not tall at all.
That's what I meant. Not.
Yeah.
I'm not saying about tall. I mean, body wise, he looked in good shape, but I'm talking about height wise. Yeah. He didn't look like he was like towering.
So to answer the question that I asked before, Tyson's last fight was June of 2005 when he lost in a TKO to Kevin McBride.
Mm-hmm.
Then his last fight was in 20. His last legit fight was in 2020 when he had an exhibition match against Roy Jones Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Which, that one's famous because Snoop Dogg was calling that. It was some of the funniest shit you'll ever hear.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude. Snoop Dogg on commentary. He's got to do commentary for all Mike's fights.
Oh, it was so funny because he was literally smoking weed while he was doing commentary. It was just like,
when isn't he smoking weed?
Any day that ends in Y?
Mm-hmm.
Any day that has any day that's got a consonant in it.
I'm pretty sure he's pretty sober when he does the Doggyland stuff.
Or at that point, now actually, you know what? I shouldn't even say that. He doesn't fuck with edibles.
No, I'm serious. I'm pretty sure he's pretty sober when he does the Doggyland stuff. You guys ever heard of that?
Yeah, we've talked about that.
I've never heard of it. I've never heard it. What is it?
So Snoop Dogg does nursery rhymes and songs for kids, like positive affirmations and how to deal with bullies and shit. Like you see that grandpa side of Snoop come out, as weird as it is.
Yeah.
But dude, it's awesome. It's Snoop, but he's just like, hey, the next generation of kids need this. So instead of them getting, murders the case that they gave me, Snoop, they're gonna get positive affirmations, make the world a better place, Snoop.
Instead of gin and juice, it was just the juice box.
Pretty much, man.
Instead of gin and juice, it was Kool-Aid.
I'll tell you what, I showed it to Stephanie, and I would rather my son watch that than just about anything that's on fucking free fucking network TV.
Well, yeah, because there's no
or even like pay cable. Like I wouldn't want him to watch the new Sesame Street because the new Sesame Street's bullshit. Caillou's a hard no. Bluey's a maybe.
Arthur was good until they jumped the shark.
Is Barney still a thing? Even?
Duh, we do not talk about that abomination now.
Barney is actually coming back, yes.
Yeah, but not the good kind of Barney.
No, this is a weird animated one.
Oh, it's like an abortion.
Hi, all right, Ronnie, how do you really feel?
Oh, dude, I'm not happy with the remake of Tiny Toon Adventures.
I'm going to send you a photo of what this thing looks like. And I say thing, because that's what it is.
Oh, you know what? Hey, Christian.
What's up?
Check the chat here in a second.
Oh, God.
Oh, Lord.
No. I'm pretty sure my days of sending you guys random fucked up shit is over.
No, I doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt that, too.
Yeah, don't ever lie to yourself like that.
So, all right. So here is the original and the new one. There you go. Enjoy.
To be honest, there's not much of a change other than it's animated, not felt.
No.
It looks the same.
No. No. It looks the same, but it's not the same. The fact that you have to make this animated and make it look like something that came out of Bill Cosby's closet.
It's the Bill Cosby. You can't get some
Zip, zap,
phone
zippity
right
bop.
now.
With the ether pudding pops in the
With the jello shots and the...
Yeah, no.
I'm glad I popped Christian on that one.
Oh, God. On that note, I'm muting my mic. Oh, God.
There you go, Christian.
So,
Oh, that's wonderful, man.
there you go.
Continue,
Oh,
Rock.
wow.
All right. So,
In the words of from a Kevin Smith, that's beautiful, man.
No, look. I sent those for Christian. Keep talking.
so
Okay, I'm not allowed. Okay, fine.
You're allowed to look too, John.
hold on.
Gay!
Stephanie's gonna punch you in the face.
No. That was meant for you saying you can look, John.
That did sound terrible, didn't it?
Phrasing.
Yep. But, so, all right. So we do have some college football news that's not picks or anything like that. And Christian, I was waiting for Christian to come in so I can talk to him about this. So if he can unmute his mic and come back on. But I'll go into it right now. So Vanderbilt quarterback Diego Pavia had decided to sue the NCAA.
All right,
Why?
what's the lawsuit for?
Well, it's not going to move forward because they just dropped something that they denied his request, but he is going forward and trying to get a court order. So he wants to sue so he can get more eligibility for college football. Meaning, so he played 2 years in a junior college before he went to New Mexico State. This is his senior year.
Okay.
The NCAA does not promote junior colleges or is not really, they don't show any attention to the junior colleges. Hell, they barely show attention to D2 or D3. Unless it's a historically black college. That's the only time NCAA really shows any love to lower D2, D3 schools. But they have denied him this, so he now is asking for a restraining order that can give him another year of eligibility. In his mind, he does not believe junior college should count towards D1 eligibility. Meaning, since he was unable to profit from his name, image, and likeness due to that time. What are your thoughts on that? If someone is playing junior college ball, should that count towards them playing Division I?
No.
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 Now, here's the only problem with that. I agree. I think that it's 3 to 4 years of eligibility. And in either in a FCS, FBS, D1, D2, D3. Because that's what ESPN promotes.
Odin is with us!
Sorry.
Are you going to then, if they did that, would you be okay seeing
Odin is with us!
Jesus.
I'm a
I'm
pop.
guessing Odin is with us, I guess.
Fuck off.
Would you then start seeing players that are in their mid-30s that have been playing college ball for 8 years? Like, would you want to see that, or would you want to keep seeing the younger kids play?
Now let's see those old guys get out there and get fucked up.
I mean, it's already happened in college football. I mean, shit. Oregon, Oklahoma State, and Utah had fucking 7-year seniors. You know what they call a 7-year person in college? A doctor.
A doctor.
All right, if you get that reference, congratulations. If you get that reference.
Shut up, Richard.
Right, you didn't know that.
Lots of people go to school for 7 years.
Yeah, they're called doctors.
But it's just, what do you do? Like, this is the first time I think anyone's ever tried this, because Diego Pavia has been playing great. Diego's been playing amazing the last 2 years in there, and it doesn't look like he's going to get picked up really by any. He might be a backup in the NFL, but he doesn't look like he might end up in the CFL or the XFL, like as a Battlehawk.
Battlehawks. All we got going for us right now.
Or an arena football league. Like, he's not going to end up in the NFL.
Maybe he'll end up in the lingerie football league.
Dude, did you know lingerie UFC is a real thing and it's terrible?
Yeah, me and John know somebody that actually did it out in Vegas.
Oh.
The girlfriend of the guy you hate.
Lauren does it?
Yeah, she used to, yeah.
No shit. Huh.
Speaking of that, X League, I gotta see if that's still coming back.
Huh.
But no, it's. Oh, god damn it! What was I gonna say? But no, what are your guys' opinions on this? Like, should it be something that ends up happening?
I don't know enough about this. I'll listen to Christian on this because he probably get a lot more insight than I probably would have. So I'd love to hear his insight on it.
No, because I just know the NCAA would try and make things difficult if that were to come up in conversation. You know, I mean, it's like D1 and D2. A lot of guys are going to recognize D1 more than they do D2. But I've always been on record to say that to any college player, it doesn't matter where you go, get your foot in the door and then go from there. I mean, look, I know he's crazy now, but look at Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown didn't go to a D1. I don't think Central Michigan was a D1 school. But he made it.
Central Michigan is D1.
Oh, okay. But
the Chippewas, look, yeah, they're part of the MAC.
Excuse me.
Oh, fucking well.
Oh, fucking well.
honestly, where a guy goes to school, it shouldn't be held against him. I feel because some of the greats have gone to HBCUs in the Hall of Famers. Like Jerry Rice went to an HBCU. Walter Payton went to an HBCU, Hall of Famer. Jerry Rice, Hall of Famer. Michael Strahan went to a HBCU, Hall of Famer. So you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. I mean, I fully get it. I just think the fact that you're now starting to see a guy who, I didn't get a chance to dive into the image and likeness. Well, now I get to. And now I can't stick around because I didn't get promoted by the machine, which he's right, to make money.
Right.
I mean, he's absolutely right, but on the same hand, too, it's... Yeah. I mean, I get it. So, hey, Ryan.
Yo,
So, John brought up a good point
what's that?
about the the Lingerie Football League is officially back.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Dynamite segue.
Next week is the actual schedule release. We have teams, we have everything. I completely forgot that this was coming back, and it's hilarious. Because it has done better ratings already. That it has gotten more attention than the UFL. This is kind of funny. Are people gonna, are normal people going to watch this?
No, it's going to be like it always has been, dude.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that Mike Dick is the owner of it is kind of funny.
Is he really?
Yep.
Huh.
Yeah, he is the owner of what they're calling now the X League.
And it takes place where, in Vegas?
No, all over. Actually, there's teams this year. There's Seattle, New England, Miami, LA, Denver, Dallas, Chicago, and Atlanta.
For once, we're not. This area is not going to have a person or a team involved in there.
Oh, trust me, they've tried. It's like the Arena Football League too. The Arena Football League comes back next week too, or next month, which is great. But there's no teams really on the East Coast.
What happened to the XFL? That just kind of floundered again, or is that ever coming back again? Period?
No, it got merged with the USFL. It's now the UFL, the United Football League.
Does The Rock still own it, or no?
Yep, The Rock owns it. The Rock is officially, he owns that, so it didn't do good last year because they alienated, and I stand by it. Ryan, I know you don't want to say that that it's the East Coast bias because no one wants to say, oh, well, the East Coast doesn't do this. The East Coast, when shit gets behind, when they get behind shit on the East Coast, a lot of money comes in. Because the XFL was doing good until COVID hit.
Yeah.
And the problem is the UFL literally got rid of. They don't promote it at all. Like, they don't promote anything at all. Like, oh, well, guess what? It's gonna happen. Nobody cares. The the CFL gets more publicity in America than the USF, I can't even fucking play the United Football League.
So they get more. Do they get as much press as the ECW did on TNN?
I remember more publicity for ECW
Roller
on
Jam.
TNN. I remember more for ECW and Roller Jam on TNN. Like, what the dumbest thing they did was they took 4 teams from the USFL, 4 teams from the XFL, and then just put it together, made an 8-man team. It literally cuts off at DC and goes to San Antonio. You have alienated the entire West Coast, Florida, and the East Coast, and the Northeast. You're telling me that San Diego wouldn't want another fucking football team? I mean, right or wrong?
No, you're absolutely right, because you notice anytime you see a Chargers game on primetime TV, or even if they're playing on Sunday, more fans from the team that they're playing show up than Charger fans. LA is a Rams town.
Yeah. Yeah. Or hell, if you want to go LA, I mean, shit, at that point, there's more fucking Raiders fans still.
Yeah.
Well, they're a pretty popular team.
Right, but so like with the XFL or the fucking Spring League, you alienate New York and New Jersey, right? And Philly. Like, I'm sorry, right there is your fucking money. You alienate Boston on the East Coast. Miami doesn't have a team. The Carolinas, maybe you could have gotten away with that, but you don't have a team in California, in Nevada, or in like the top end of Texas, Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm sorry. What? Like, you treat it, and Ryan knows this best, you treat it like wrestling. You go where the best territories are.
Pretty much. It's where you're going to make your money.
So, if you brought back the team from Jersey, you bring back the team from Philly, you put a team in LA, or hell, even Oakland. Give Oakland a team back.
What was the Jersey team called? The Hitmen, I think?
So there's two. There's the Hitmen and then the Panthers.
What was the Philly team called?
The Philly Stars were the USFL team. XFL had, what was the XFL for Philly? God, that's gonna kill me. XFL.
I don't know. That's why I asked.
No, I'm saying I'm trying to think. Here we go. Eastern Division. Okay, the Hitmen. Okay, there was no Philly team, but Jersey kind of represented Philly too. So here's what the original 8 teams were. Birmingham Thunderbolts. So this is the East Coast. The Thunderbolts, Chicago Enforcers, the Hitmen, and the Orlando Rage. And then the Western was Vegas, LA, the Extreme, the Memphis Maniacs, and the San Francisco Demons. Guess what? Other than Memphis for the Western Division, you had everything covered. And it's just, I don't know. It feels like... It really feels like they've dropped the ball with this. Like, the UFL is not doing well. It hemorrhaged money like crazy last year. I know that for a fact.
What, the whatever this league is called?
Yeah, the UFL. What else? I mean, like I said, there wasn't a lot of football news. I mean, football news, there was a decent amount.
Oh, what about I know the finalists for all the different baseball things are coming up. What are the odds of everybody winning everything?
Well, that's if they have it up. They might have it already down because... Well, let me check.
Because I know Manager of the Year, MVP, Cy Young, and all that stuff's coming up.
They honestly take that down sometimes before the beginning of the year. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I have next year's odds up already.
Hasn't even happened yet, and they already got odds up for next year.
Well, for World Series and Eastern, the East National League and AL. Dodgers are favored to win it again next year. Yankees are second. Braves, Phillies are 10-1. Mets are 11-1. Are you shocked?
No, not really. You would think, but no.
No. Yeah, they don't have the odds. They took the odds down for all that.
Well, what about? All right, let's just play like advocate on ourselves, like because there's not much. Let's see. Let me pull up the finalists for everything this year. For everything like manager of the year and all that stuff.
All right, I got it. I got it right here.
Oh, I just pulled it up too. MVP we got. It's Lindor, Ketel Marte, or Shohei Ohtani.
Unfortunately, it's gonna be Shohei.
Yeah.
Yeah. As much as I hate to agree with it, they're gonna suck the dick of Shohei like it owes it money.
Tell me how you really feel.
Yeah.
I'm not pulling any punches because I still think, as great a year as he had, and he did have a great year, I'm not discounting that. Did he really carry his team? Francisco Lindor carried the Mets. Shohei didn't carry the Dodgers. That was more of a group team thing. It wasn't him particularly.
Well,
This is why I feel Lindor should be the legit winner for that.
So, when it comes to... It's weird. Because Shohei was a DH, you're not going to... That's where the argument's going to fall on deaf ears for a lot of people. Because they don't want to give it to a designated hitter. No one has ever won it as a straight DH. Because he didn't pitch this year. That's the big thing. Lindor, yeah, he played the field every day. Or when he could, if he wasn't hurt.
He wasn't hurt the entire year. He did not get hurt until the last 2 weeks of the season.
Which he missed 10 days, 10 of the 14 days.
But still, he played almost 140 games that this year.
Right, but what I'm getting at, though, is also, too, the one thing that Shohei has is that he led the league. He did something that no one has done, the 50-50 club. Because it's the same thing like Acuna last year, where he did the 40-40 club. He got it. Like, Lindor should get it. If you really look at an actual player, Lindor should get it. But I can see them giving it to Ohtani because of what he did.
All right. What about the American League? We got Judge.
It's Judge. It's Judge.
Judge Soto and Bobby Witt.
Judge literally finished 2 legs of the Triple Crown. It's Judge.
Christian, you agree with that?
He ain't show up when I needed him to show up.
I was gonna say take your fandom out of it. Take your Yankee fandom out.
Show up when I needed him to show up. I said what I said.
Hey, so who gets it, Soto or Witt?
Nah, Judge will get it.
Yeah.
Judge
had led the league in home runs, led the league in RBIs, and was 2 points away from winning the Triple Crown.
All right, Ryan, what do you think, Judge?
Yeah, I think it's going to be Judge.
All right, NL Cy Young, Sale, Paul Skeens, or Zach Wheeler? I'm going for Skeens.
Wheeler. Take your fandom out of it, John.
No, Skeens. I think because Skeens was dominating.
They're not going to give it to a rookie.
Nope.
Oh.
Skeens would have almost had to make them get to the playoffs for them to give it to him. No. As much as Skeens had a great year, he's winning Rookie of the Year. He's not winning the Cy Young.
Would you be shocked if he did?
No, but they're not gonna. I also know how the voters work. They're not gonna get it. They're not gonna give it to him for that reason. They'll give him Rookie of the Year. But
Oh,
they're
he's
not,
winning Rookie of the Year hands down.
I wouldn't say hands down, but he's gonna win Rookie of the Year.
Christian, you're the final say in this: Sale, Skeens, or Wheeler?
For Rookie
Cy
of the
Young.
Year?
Cy.
Cy Young. Cy Young.
Probably Chris Sale. I think is gonna get it.
Sale could get it too. I think Wheeler freaking did what half the freaking Aces wish they could have done in Major League Baseball. When he got out there, he shut people down.
Yeah.
All right, Cy Young for the AL. Now
Oh,
this
that's
one
true.
has.
I didn't even think about that. Sam, actually, you know what? It's got to be Sale. Sale got the Triple Crown in pitching.
Probably, yeah.
No, he did. He won this Triple Crown in pitching. He's gonna win the Rookie of the Year. He's gonna win the Cy Young.
All right, AL Cy Young, we got Emmanuel Claus, Seth Lugo, and Tariq Skubal.
Yeah,
Now,
Class
Seth Lugo, he was a throwaway for the Mets, and he's in the Cy Young talks. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, and if Skubal doesn't win, there's fucking crookedness in the fucking Cy Young. Skubal was the Detroit Tigers.
Well, he also won. Apparently, he won the AL Triple Crown. It says his breakout year, so he's winning the AL Triple Crown
Yeah, but
for wins, ERA, and strikeouts. He had 18 wins, ERA of 2.39, and a 228 strikeouts.
yes, Lugo was thrown in there as a placeholder. Unfortunately,
Yeah, it's probably going to be Skubal.
it's Skubal. Class A. Thank God they don't throw in postseason, because Class A would have. You could kiss his ass goodbye.
All right, Rookie of the Year. We got Jackson Churio, Jackson Merrill, or Paul Skeens.
Skeens.
Yeah. Christian Ryan, any thoughts on that or no?
Yeah, Skeens.
Skeens easily.
All right.
Now this is hard. This one's hard on who I would pick for AL.
We got Colton Cowser of the Orioles, Luis Gil of the Yankees, and Austin Wells of the Yankees. Christian, I know you probably have a theory on this. I'm dying to hear your thought because it's two Yankees.
I say heel.
See, I think Austin Wells.
I say heel because, if anything, he was the ace this year of the rotation. Like, he really held the fort down until Garrett Cole came back.
So he faltered halfway through towards the middle of the year. When
he had a hiccup, though.
When he faltered, Austin Wells took over. Wells is going to probably win this.
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, granted, he had maybe 3 starts that weren't great, but Austin Wells was consistent until the playoffs.
A lot of the Yankees were this is not a knock, Christian. A lot of the Yankees, once the playoffs became inconsistent. He's not arguing. All right, Manager of the Year, NL.
Hold on. Right. Right.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I thought Ryan said something.
What are we talking about?
AL Rookie of the Year, Colton Cowser, Luis Gil, or Austin Wells?
I don't care.
Okay. NL Manager of the Year, Mendoza, Pat Murphy, or Mike Shield of the Padres?
If you're going by this, it's gotta be Mendoza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As much as Murphy comes in and the Brewers win the division, no one gave the fucking. There was a handful of people that kept faith, but no one had the Mets doing what they were doing. Also, the Mets literally were the best. Had the ML best 28 and 16 and 1-run games with 41 comeback wins.
And they had the best record of baseball from June to the final year, final day of the season, they had the best record in baseball.
Yeah, but
You both, Ryan, Christian, you both agree with that too?
Yeah, I can't disagree with that.
I think I wouldn't
Yeah,
not. Let's put it this way: Mendoza should win it. Would not shock me one bit if they give it to Murphy though, because of what Milwaukee did with their manager leaving and them having to put another one in.
Okay. And AL, we got AJ Hinch, Matt Quantrill, and Stephen Volk.
I gotta give it to AJ.
Yeah, I gotta give it to Hinch.
I'm
Yeah.
going Matt Quantrill on that one. I think he's got to, because he led the Royals to a pretty good record this year.
Yeah, AJ Hinch led the Tigers where no one had the Tigers doing shit.
You're not wrong. But that's it. That's the rest.
Here's the thing. I'll say this one thing. Matt Quantrill has a star. AJ Hinch on offense does not have a star. The Royals have an offensive star in Bobby Witt.
Oh, without question. Bobby Witt's a star of the future. He's going to surpass us. He's going to do what his father never could do. He's going to have a super duper mega career.
So, take it for what that is.
No, I agree. You're right. But that's it for the awards.
Yeah. Yeah, then you're going to get the Golden Slugger Awards, the Golden Glove Awards coming through.
Silver Slugger was already announced. I don't know who won it for the NL. I mean, for the AL. I know Lindor won it for the NL. I know that. I don't know who won it for the AL, though. Let's see.
It doesn't really. I mean, it is what it is with that.
It's a minor, like a minor batting title. That's all that is.
Yeah. All right. Other quick news. USC Christian got fined $50,000 and is put on probation for coaching violation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean that's something that just popped up.
Ain't nobody care.
Dion shoots down ideas for coaching the Cowboys. I love where I'm at. Yeah, that's a bunch of bullshit. We all know that.
No, it's not.
If Jerry's
No, it's not.
if Shador gets drafted by the fucking Cowboys.
Name a time when Jerry Jones ever had a black head coach.
Jerry Jones.
Exactly.
But Jerry Jones also named Dion as a possible head coach candidate.
Nah, I don't see him coaching in the NFL because he said he has no desire to coach in the NFL. Like he said, he would rather coach at the collegiate level because he would rather mentor young men than have to, try to maneuver with grown ass men who know right from wrong. His words.
That's fair.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like perfect example. You heard what Micah Parsons said the other day about Mike McCarthy, right?
Yeah.
And he was completely wrong.
Oh, what is it? They need to make it a rule where they can't podcast during the fucking season.
No, it's not even that. He said it after the game. He didn't say it during his podcast.
But I'm saying, well, no. Then he came back on his podcast and drove the truck over him more.
Yeah, but again, he can't say that because if anything, look, Mike McCarthy has won. Mike McCarthy has a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
it's been a while, but Mike McCarthy has won a Super Bowl.
He still has a ring. Where's his?
Where's Micah Parsons? Exactly. And the fact that Jerry kind of justified it shows me that Mike McCarthy's not going to be there much longer. And if I were Mike McCarthy, I'd be wanting to get the hell out of there.
Here's the thing. Now, here's the problem. What happens to Dak? Because Dak is not going to want to go through. You just signed Dak for a nice contract.
Mm-hmm.
Does Dak really want to learn a new offense this late in his career?
Right. That's something to watch for sure. But again, the Cowboys have that notion in their head that Dak can win them games like a Patrick Mahomes, like Josh Allen, like Lamar Jackson in this instance, Joe Burrow, and he's not that guy. Like Dak needs to rely heavily on a running game, throw the ball maybe 32 times at the most. He throws the ball over 32 times, they lose.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. It's it is what it is on that one.
Yeah, motherfuckers.
How do you feel about Florida saying that they're not going to get rid of their head coach?
Who, Billy
Florida
Napier?
State, Southern
Yep.
Mexico.
I'm kind of shocked that they're staying with him, but he's not really recruiting. You bring a guy like a Lane Kiffin there, he's gonna recruit. Guys are gonna want to come there and play for him. You can't really say that with Billy Napier. But let's be real here. Florida hasn't really been relevant since the Urban Meyer days. Those were the days when they were winning championships. Him, Tim Tebow, those teams were absolutely loaded. And then in 2020, they were a solid team as well. And it just seems like ever since Dan Mullen left, they haven't really been able to recover from that. I could see maybe like a Florida go. I could see Florida going maybe after like a guy like a Jimbo Fisher. But Jimbo didn't really do a good job
At A&M.
at Texas A&M, and they're paying him all the money in the world to stay away. So what's that tell you right there?
Yeah. So, yeah, you're absolutely right. So, all right. So there's one bit of NFL news, and then we'll get into our the college playoff stuff. That's very interesting. Aaron Rodgers came out during a press conference today.
Aaron Rodgers sucked my balls.
Well, I mean, yes, but
Back my balls, Mr. Garrison.
Aaron Rodgers says that he will be back for 2025. Now, I say this for one reason. Do you keep Eberflus with Rodgers until Rodgers leaves? And
You
then
say Snosberries?
Snosberries tastes like Snosberries. And then get a new coach so he can draft a new quarterback. Or get a new coach that will that will work with Jordan Travis.
I don't know. I feel like late in this career, Aaron Rodgers is going to want to learn another style of offense.
Right.
Unless they bring in, an offensive guy, but I just don't see it.
So right now it's Hackett's show. So they're automatically running Hackett's offense.
Mm-hmm.
So it wouldn't matter. As long as the OC stays there, the OC would have to stay. But do you keep the head coach as is? Because if you change the head coach, obviously then you're going to need you're going to go for new coaching. So yeah, you're either going to have to go after like a Mike McCarthy, someone that knows Rodgers. But here's the thing, how long does Rodgers have? 1 more year at best? 2 more years?
Yeah.
So then what? Okay, you keep him around for 2 years, he retires. Everyone then comes off the books. And then what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because then you get Lazard off the books. You get Adams off the books. Rodgers is off the books, and it's not a $49 million freaking cap hit.
Right.
And then you see if Jordan Travis has it, because I love how on the Fan, everyone is dogging and saying, "Oh, the Jets need to draft a new quarterback." Motherfucker, you have a guy that was supposed to be drafted in the top 10 if he didn't break his leg in college.
Who's that?
Jordan Travis. They've drafted him in the 5th round of this draft. He was supposed to go top 10 if he didn't break his leg against Florida. He was a Florida State quarterback.
Okay.
And he snapped his leg pretty fucking, like, it was pretty gnarly. You don't know if this kid could legitly still be that top 10 quarterback. And no one realizes that because no one pays attention to it. Because goddamn it, BT and Sal need to draft either Quinn Ewers or Arch Manning. And I'm going to say one thing, too. Christian, I know I need to see more of Arch. Because as of right now, I don't think this kid has it.
Mm-hmm.
I have not, granted, you didn't really see much, but from the stuff that I've seen, I could not sit here and be like, he's the best Manning. No, honest to God.
What's he, like a little brother or something?
He's the
Peyton and Eli's nephew.
He's fuck. What's his name? What's the father's name?
Archie.
No. His dad's. Is it Cole? Who's their lawyer? God damn it, Christian.
Cooper.
Thank you. Cooper Manning. That's his kid. Ooh, Cooper Manning was actually supposedly better than Eli and Peyton, but he decided to go be a lawyer instead of playing the NFL. So he's now their agents. But Arch, everyone's like, "Oh, well, Arch knows how to run." That's not good. That's not, if he can get out of the pocket, great. But Peyton and Eli knew how to get out of the pocket and scramble, and that's why they have Hall of Fame rings. Like, I don't know. I need to see more of this kid. Thank God he's a fucking sophomore. So we'll see him all next year.
Well, here's a question. Now, Christian, you can answer this too. Now, how were Peyton and Eli, how were they in their sophomore year of college? Because you will know this more than that. How did the two of them perform in college in their sophomore year?
I probably remember a little more Eli than I did Peyton. Like, only thing I really remember of Peyton was his final year. The 1997, for the 1997 season, the Heisman presentation had 3 guys who are all now Pro Football Hall of Famers. They need a documentary on this, and I hope we get it soon. It was Peyton Manning, Charles Woodson, and Randy Moss. Charles ended up winning it because he, to this very day, is still the only defensive player to have won the Heisman, and no other defensive player has really come close. Eli was solid. I mean, Eli was picked in the top 2? The year he got drafted. Eli was solid. He was.
So I have both Peyton and Eli's stats from college.
Okay, what do we got?
So you want just sophomore?
Well, you're saying this kid is like, he's only a sophomore, and you don't see anything in him, but compare him to Eli and Peyton and see if if there's any comparison. That's what I meant by bringing that up.
Hold on. I will. Yeah. Okay. So we'll go Peyton first. Peyton played in every game. His entire career. He had 11 starts, and then his senior year, 12 starts. But I believe back then there was only an 11-game season plus the bowl game in the 90s. So he played every game throughout his entire college career. Freshman year, he had 61% completion rating, 11 touchdowns, 6 picks. Sophomore, 64%, 22 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He was 6th in the Heisman voting.
No, this is Peyton or Eli you're talking about?
Peyton.
Okay.
Junior year, 63%, 20 touchdowns, 12 picks. He was 8th in the Heisman. And then 97, 60%, 36 touchdowns, 11 picks. He was 2nd in the Heisman. But he won the Maxwell Award. He wasn't even. He was good. He was better than a lot of other people. And okay, so here's Eli. Eli, his freshman year, only played in 6 games. He was 48% completion, no touchdowns, 1 pick. Sophomore year, 63%, 31 touchdowns, 9 picks. Junior year, 13 games, 58%, 21 with 15 interceptions. Gee, sounds like his pro career. 2003, 13 games played, 62% completion rating, 29 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. He was 3rd in the Heisman. So, it just didn't. So here's Arch's his sophomore year or his freshman year, because he technically redshirted this last year. So this is technically his freshman year.
Okay.
67%, 9 touchdowns, 2 picks. He's only played 6 games. And that was him coming in and out for certain games. He's only played 6 games. There's just I can't put my finger on it. There's something. Maybe it's the fact that he still needs to develop. But there's something about his play that I do not think will translate to the NFL. Not like what Peyton and Eli were. Their stuff translated perfectly to the NFL. Christian, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know what.
I mean, I don't know if we could say that about Peyton Manning, because Peyton really struggled his rookie year. He threw the most interceptions for a rookie.
I mean, he was a gunslinger.
Yeah. But then again, look, he had to play with control. I think the best thing to happen to Peyton Manning was Tom Moore. And I can sit here and say, without Tom Moore, Peyton Manning would not have a gold jacket.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. I mean, he really learned, 2001, 2002. Those are the 5. 2002 was the first year with Tony Dungy. And Tony Dungy couldn't have built that team up any better. Look, gonna play defense. They're going to try and run the football, but, we're going to be more in control with Peyton Manning. Then 2003 comes, and Peyton Manning puts together one of the best years of his career. 2004, he enters his prime. Breaks Dan Marino's record of touchdown passes in a single season with 49. And, I mean, look, from 2003 to 2010, Peyton Manning was the most dominant player in the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, look. 2003 wins the MVP. Well, co-MVPs, him and Steve McNair. 2004 wins another MVP. 2005 had the best record of his career in a single season. He won 14 games that year. The Colts started 13-0, and I'm thinking, okay, this is finally the year they're gonna take down New England, because New England wasn't all that sharp. Um, 2006 finally gets over the hump, wins the Super Bowl. 2007 leads the Colts to the second seed in a first round bye in the playoffs. 2008, we don't even know if he's gonna play that year, because the Colts were Peyton got hurt. I think he hurt his knee. So he missed the majority of the preseason. He missed all of the preseason. Those first 4 games of the year in 2008 were that was his preseason. And when he got settled in, he wins another MVP. 2009, they get to the Super Bowl, wins another MVP. I mean, yeah, Peyton, to me, you can't sit here and say, he's not one of the best players ever.
Yeah.
Then 2011 happens. He's out for what? He's out for the whole year because of his neck.
Yeah, because of
the
his
Colts.
neck. Yep.
Yeah, the Colts end up releasing him. That's how the Colts ended up with Andrew Luck, and that's how Peyton ended up in Denver. And then look at what he does in Denver.
I think he played 2 games.
What, in 2011?
Yeah.
No, he didn't play any.
Oh, then what did he get hurt in preseason?
He had neck surgery.
That's right.
Yeah, he had neck surgery. But I mean, look at what he did for Denver. He put Denver back on the map. I'll say this: Peyton makes the receivers around him better. I'll just put it to you that way, because Demaryius Thomas, God rest his soul, Demaryius Thomas puts together a few of the best seasons of his career with Peyton Manning. He became an All-Pro with Peyton Manning. Reggie Wayne, he's a Hall of Fame candidate for a reason because of Peyton Manning. Marvin Harrison doesn't have a gold jacket without Peyton Manning.
Right. No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. All right, I'm ready to start making picks. Let's do it.
Yep. All right, let's get into the rankings for college football, the top 25 for the playoffs, because we have some adjustments. All right, number 25 are teams that got knocked out this week. Iowa State and Pittsburgh. Shocking. All right, number 25, Tulane. You beat Temple. Congratulations. Number 24, Army. Number 23, Missouri.
Gay.
Number 22, the LSU Tigers. Go Tigers. Number 21, the Gamecocks of South Carolina. Number 20, the Tigers of Clemson. Number 19, Louisville. Number 18, Wazoo, who still has a chance of making the playoffs. They just need to get into the top 12. Number 17, Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado's surging right now. I mean, they're 7-2. They're playing their best football. Deion has them playing with a lot of confidence right now.
All right, number 16, K-State. Number 15, the Aggies of A&M. Number 14, the Ponies Express of SMU. Number 13, Boise State. Number 12, Georgia.
Georgia.
Yep. Number 11, Ole Miss.
Yeah, that's a huge win for Ole Miss the other day. They beat Georgia at their own game.
Yep.
Ran the football, dominated them at the line of scrimmage, pressured Carson back. What do I always say? When you play a bully and when you beat up a bully at their own game, they don't like that. which always leads me to say the bully don't like to get bullied.
Yeah, pretty much. Where we at? Number 10, Alabama. Number 9, Miami. There's nothing really to say about that. Number 8, Notre Dame.
Okay.
Number 7, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Number 6. Don't agree with this, but fuck you, BYU. You should have lost that game. Plays halfway over and you fucking and then the refs call a timeout. That to me is bullshit. Number 5, Indiana.
Yeah, Indiana, they've been such a feel-good story this year. They have the best offense in the Big Ten. They average almost 44 points a game, and Curtis Rourke, he just knows how to find that open guy. I can tell he studied a lot of Drew Brees in his preparation to be a quarterback. Kurt Signetti, he's done a great job. They're 10-0. The game the other day against Michigan, it wasn't pretty, but they were able to come away with a victory.
No, it's a win. It's a win. It's a win. Number 4, Penn State. Number 3, Texas. Number 2, Ohio State. And number 1, Oregon. Nothing's really changed there. But what that means towards the college football playoff, as of right this second, your 1 seed is Oregon, your 2 seed is Texas, your 3 seed is BYU, your 4 seed is Miami. That might change, though, because your group of 5 winner is Boise State, who would take on Ohio State in Ohio. Notre Dame, Tennessee would be your 8-9. Old Miss traveling up to Beaver Stadium for Penn State. And then you would have Stignetti versus Alabama. In Bloomington. In Bloomington.
Yeah, that would be a tough game for Alabama.
Yeah. And they would take Tech, yeah. Like, that's, and the first team out right now would be Georgia. They would be the first team officially out of the playoff.
Mm-hmm.
So, Christian, before we make these picks, they're going to add 2 more teams at the end of this, in 2 years, right?
I see it.
Well, no, I think they already announced that. They're going to move it to 14.
I would make it to just an even 16.
Yeah, well, if you do 16, then you know what you need to do?
What's that?
Every college, every champion gets in.
Yeah.
Every champion gets in, because then that's what? You're only tacking on 3 more. Group of 5, that's 9. You're making 9 guarantee spots, and then the rest is at larges. As much as people are like, oh well, you got Miami of Ohio. Okay, with how college football's been, anyone can beat anybody. It's not a shock anymore this year. Granted, can a team like Miami of Ohio beat Alabama? Probably not. The spread would probably be like close to 40. But you know what? Then there's no ifs, ands, or buts.
Mm-hmm.
The conference champion gets in, has to play, and there you go. Then you just go from there.
Right.
Yeah. But all right, let's make our picks. Oh, marquee games for the top 25. We're going to kick it off going to Fayetteville, and Woo Pig Suey, Arkansas takes on Texas. Texas is a 13.5 point favorite. As much as Fayetteville is a hard place to play, I think Texas coming in at noon, is going to win by 21. Give me the Longhorns.
Texas.
Yeah, I'll take the Longhorns.
Yeah, I like the Longhorns as well, but I think Arkansas is gonna make it tough. Sam Pittman, he gets a lot out of his young men. They play hard for him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I agree with that. All right, next. The Utes, coming off of the furious loss in the Holy War, is an 11.5 point dog against Colorado. I think this game turns into closer. It's in Boulder. I think this game turns into a lot closer than people think. It's noon on Fox. Is Fox going there, or is this going to be a big noon?
Yeah, Fox is going there.
Oh, then give me Colorado.
Yeah, I
Colorado.
like Colorado as well. The wheels have just kind of fallen off for Utah. I thought they could kind of sustain some things earlier in the year, but this is the second year in a row. No Cam Rising. And I think if Cam Rising is there, we're talking about Utah being one of the top 4 teams in the college football playoff bracket. But yeah, Colorado, they're just playing well right now. They've hit their stride. They're playing with confidence, and most importantly, they believe in each other. And
Yeah.
when you believe in yourself on a team, man, that energy is absolutely contagious.
Yep. Rye, what do you got?
What team is it?
The Utes versus the Buffs. Utah versus Colorado.
Yeah, I'll take Colorado.
All right, next. Christian, I know you did this. Clemson. 10-point favorites against Pittsburgh.
Yeah, this is an important game, especially for Clemson. Pittsburgh, they can play spoiler, but Clemson, they go as far as Cade Klubnik takes them, and he's had a tremendous year this year. They're gonna have to establish Phil Mafah. He's the running back for Clemson. They're gonna have to slow the game down. Whereas you look at Pittsburgh and Eli Holwitz, they wanna throw the football. I even remember all those years when Clemson was winning national championships or getting to national championships. There were always 2 opponents on the road who always gave them a tough time and a run for their money. It was always Syracuse and Pittsburgh. And I think Pittsburgh is going to make this tough for them. But in the end, Clemson's just a better team. I think Clemson wins this by at least 10.
Okay.
That defense is going to be too much for Holwitz and the Panthers.
Oh, I am in full agreement. I think Clemson can hold their own on this. I don't think they're going to cover, but I think Pittsburgh at Heinz Field is going to come out ready to go. And I would say usually the weather would be a huge factor, but Clemson does get cold at night. So I got to take Clemson, but I think Pittsburgh is going to make this more of a touchdown game. John?
Who's this now?
Clemson, Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Right?
To Pittsburgh.
Okay. All right. Oh, boy. Penn State, 28.5-point favorites against Purdue. Fuck your chicken, bang the drum, and give me some ice cream, Penn State.
Penn State.
Yeah, I like Penn State.
Right?
Penn State.
You all right, brother?
Yeah.
Tired?
No, playing Mortal Kombat.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought. All right, Notre Dame is 23-point favorites against Virginia. Yeah, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, Notre Dame should roll. They're playing well.
Right, what did you say?
What?
What did you say?
Oh, I was with John.
Oh, okay. All right. Right, should I just mark you down for South Carolina because they're taking on Missouri?
Yep.
The Tigers of Mizzou are 12-point road dogs going into the God damn it, what do they call it? It's the hen. I was gonna call it the hen house, but it's not that. Going into the Gamecocks for South Carolina. 12-point favorite. South Carolina's gonna roll.
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Here's some Darude sandstorm all night. Because God forbid, there's going to be touchdowns aplenty. All right, Christian, you are previewing this. Tennessee is a 10-point dog going into Athens to take on Georgia. The over-under is 49. What do you got?
You know, Tennessee's regrouped nicely since the loss to Arkansas. When Dylan Sampson is carrying the football, this is a better football team. Stop trying to put everything on the plate of Nico Iamaleava. And I've seen him play a couple times. I've enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to seeing him again. Georgia needs to treat this like a playoff game because they're in an uncompromising position right now. They haven't lost more than one game since 2020. That should show you right there how good they've been. But Tennessee, they're gonna make life difficult for Georgia. They're gonna collapse Carson Beck's pocket. They're gonna throw a lot of different looks at him, and they're gonna force him into a lot of long yardage situations to where he's gonna have to heave the ball up, and he's not taking care of the ball. This game's gonna come down to who can run the ball more consistently, who can win the line of scrimmage. I think every football game comes down to that. Which quarterback gives you better play and better production, and most importantly, which quarterback is going to take care of the ball? Because these are both very opportunistic defenses, but you've seen it this year. Georgia can be had. I preview this one on Saturday. Be on the lookout.
All right. Yep. Georgia, like you said, Georgia needs to play this one. It looks like right now Tennessee's starting quarterback is possibly going to be out. He is a game-time decision.
Who, Nico?
Yeah, let me double-check that because I believe they just announced something. Tennessee, Lima Vea, questionable versus Georgia.
Iamaleava. Yeah.
Iamaleava, yeah. Questionable versus Georgia. So it's looking like 25% that he's playing. Reported concussion. He looks like he's still in, as of right now, he's still in concussion protocol.
Oh, wow.
Protocol's no joke, man.
No. Young signal callers in great shape. The redshirt flesh. Nico has been here, work every week. According to, all right. So it looks like there's no rule yet if he's past protocol yet. So as of right now, I gotta treat this like he's gonna be out. I wouldn't bet this game hands down because 10 points is a lot. If it stays 10, it's you're out of your fucking mind. Because Georgia's gonna roll, but I think Georgia's gonna win because it's also in Athens. Does that change your whole
I mean,
does that change your whole write-up?
I mean, yes and no. I feel Nico definitely gives them the best chance to win. I mean, look at this mayhem in the SEC. Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, Texas.
7-way tie.
Texas A&M. For Georgia to win, it's all on which version of Carson Beck are we going to get? Like, Carson Beck has single-handedly lost Georgia the 2 games that they have lost. And it should have been more. Because if I'm being honest, Georgia should have lost to Florida.
Right.
And that's the thing about Georgia. I said it on Monday Evening Quarterback, and I've said it on this show several times. I've said it on the betting window so many times. When you always find yourself down in games and you find ways to get back into the game, that can work sometimes, but it's not always going to work. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, like against Florida, Carson Beck threw 3 interceptions, but Florida beat themselves. That was more of Florida losing that game than it was Georgia beating them. I said the same about Ryan's Missouri Tigers. They were playing sloppy football. And then look at what happened. They got it handed to them against Texas A&M. So it just depends if Georgia can establish the running game, if they can get Trevor Etienne and Nate Frazier going early on, I think Georgia has a really good shot because then they'll be able to ugly the game up, slow the game down, win the trenches, go from there, and everything else will fall into place for them. I remember I previewed this game a couple years ago when Georgia had Stetson Bennett, Tennessee had Hendon Hooker and everything, and Georgia just punched Tennessee in the mouth.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. All right. John,
Georgia.
Yeah, you're going Uga. Ryan.
Okay.
Okay. All right, now getting down to the nitty gritties of it. FAU is a 2.5-point dog against Temple. Ha ha ha. FAU.
FAU.
Mm-hmm. FAU.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. Rye?
Yeah, FAU.
Freaky alien genotype. All right,
Yeah.
Rutgers going down to Maryland. Maryland is a 5.5-point favorite. Rutgers wins. They are bowl eligible officially. After coming off of the bye, having pretty much what they needed to get their hopes up after beating a team in Minnesota that no one gave them a chance. Rutgers came out and looked like a whole new team. Maryland is not what Maryland was because they don't have Tua's brother behind center. Maryland is not that great of a team. Even though this is on the road, I'm taking Rutgers to go bowling.
Yeah, I like Rutgers as well.
Rutgers.
Yeah, Rutgers. I like it.
All right, Christian. We're not we're not going to the island.
About fucking time.
But we're going to the Salt Flats because the island's going to the Salt Flats. But Hawaii is a 2.5-point favorite against Utah State.
I'll take Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Going after that.
Hawaii.
Going after that big ass pineapple. Give me Hawaii. And finally, Coastal Carolina, not our 9-point dogs. The over-under is 57 against Marshall, who will they be debuting their alternate uniforms, pretty much showing it's a tribute to the players and coaches that died in the plane crash in 1970. Pretty much, if you don't know about the plane crash, have you ever seen the movie We Are Marshall?
Based on a true story.
Based on that. It's such a cool tribute. There's no way Marshall's not going to come in this and beat the snot out of the Chanticleers.
Marshall all the way with this one.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Marshall.
Have you noticed though, and I'll ask all you guys, and that's the last for the college picks. Have you noticed that when they started, they really started this year giving us some cool looking throwbacks for college football?
Well, I
Yeah.
haven't really. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ryan. You were talking. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, I was disagreeing with them. They have been giving us some cool ones.
Well, I was going to say, since I haven't really watched, I really don't know. So I'm just going off what you guys are saying.
Yeah. Like, the cool thing, like, the fact that we are getting something in, like, with Marshall, the tribute of the fucking, what's the freaking plane crash, they didn't have to do that.
Well, I think isn't it like isn't it like an anniversary or something of that?
It's the 25th year, or no, it was 70. So it would be an odd number year. Next year would be the
55th year.
55th year, but this might be the 55th season because it was that season. I think this would be the 55th season that the plane crash happened because it was the last two games of the 70 season.
Right. Yeah. I've watched a lot of documentaries about that, and that whole situation was tragic. I mean, the fact that they almost closed up shop and never even fielded a football team again just shows, I mean, we wouldn't have had some of the players in the NFL we would have had had they not continued,
I mean, we wouldn't have Randy Moss.
Wouldn't have Chad Pennington.
Yeah, like, it's, if people don't know about the whole thing with Marshall, go look it up because it's
heartbreaking.
Fuck.
Yeah, like I saw that the minute I'm like, oh cool, Marshall's getting new. What the fuck?
You sent that I remember when you sent that to me.
Like that was the first thing. I'm like, when the minute I'm like, oh well, cool, Marshall's got new shit.
It's every player and coach is been inscribed in the helmet, in the like a mohawk part of the helmet.
On the center stripe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's beautifully done. Yeah, I mean, there's not going to be a dry eye in that stadium the day they really, that when those helmets come out. Because they're going to do a big presentation before the game. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
And that's a game I might actually watch. Is that going to be on TV anywhere? Does anybody know?
I will find out right now.
Because that's a game I might actually watch.
ESPN Plus, I can get that to you.
Yeah, get that to me. Is it when is it on?
It's on 1:00 on Saturday.
Oh, I won't be around.
Well,
I'll be at the movies.
They have the replay and all that other stuff for it. So
if they have a replay, I'd love to watch the replay of that. I would.
Yep. But
yep.
No, we're gonna start seeing. I think you're gonna start seeing when it comes to college football. Even though you're starting to see more distance when it comes to the games, you're gonna start seeing more tradition coming back to college football.
Can't be a good thing. Depends on what traditions they are.
Well,
yeah, it's true.
I mean, nothing to do with Penn State.
Right.
But, I mean, I've been hearing rumors that Rutgers and Princeton want to do a game. If that happens...
I know your ass will be there.
That's the recreation of the first ever college football game.
Yeah.
That's big. Like, that's some big fucking news. That's
all
big...
All right, if they play that, where would they play that?
They would do a home and home. They would do back-to-back games where they would do a game at Rutgers because that's where the original game was held at Rutgers College, and then they would do a game at Princeton next year.
You think it'd be hard ticket to get?
Princeton maybe because they don't have a huge fucking field. At Rutgers, probably not because that's a big Jersey thing. You're not going to get a lot of people traveling for that.
That might be a game I might check out live. I might get a ticket for that.
Because, like, I mean, like me and Christian talked on Sunday, when we filmed their stuff, that they just dropped the games for next year. They dropped week 1 for next year, and they dropped Miami versus Notre Dame. Is gonna be the big game for week 1. I mean, that's the fact that they're already dropping, like, they're already hinting at games for next year already is like
crazy.
Well, college football has games. Christian, what would you say, like 6 years in advance?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of know the gist of who everyone's playing. I mean,
we know the
you have your
non-conference.
Yeah, but Notre Dame and Miami is going to be fun. I remember when they met 7 years ago in 2017. I was excited for it then, even though it was a blowout. Man, I'll be excited for this one this year to open up the year. I mean, Notre Dame, they're a cash cow. They're a team that everybody wants to see. And Miami, I mean, they're a blue blood. We could consider them a blue blood.
Yeah. We're getting another backyard brawl next year. That should be fun. Another backyard brawl. I'm just trying to see if we're getting when the fucking Apple Cup is supposed to be, or if we're getting, because we're not getting Bedlam, which is a shame. Week 4, we're getting the Apple Cup. Wow. Oh, Christian, I can't wait to see what you have in store with this next year.
What?
Week 4. This is the idea for week 4. BC at Michigan State.
Okay.
Oregon State, Oregon.
Civil War.
Yep. Where are you? Florida versus Miami.
Okay.
Arkansas, Memphis. That's just an in-state. That's a fucking rivalry hate game. That's like 1,000 yards. That's 1,000 miles of hate right there.
Yeah.
What was it? Actually, no. Those are the 2 big games that I think: Civil War, BC, Michigan State, and the fact that we're getting Florida, Miami, week 4.
Yeah.
Is Notre Dame's got Arkansas next year. Fuck you. It's gonna be fun. That's for damn sure. It always is. But let's dive into the NFL. And God forbid. Did you see the interview with Devin Achane about Tua?
No.
Someone needs to take his fucking helmet. Tua's helmet. Because apparently he's not calling Achane by his actual name. He's calling him Terrence.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
And apparently it was more than one time.
Oh.
I fucking told you guys this last year.
Well, I've also said after he fucking seized up, they should be taking his helmet. The only way they let him back on the field was with the Guardian cap, and even I think then that's not fucking helping him. The fucking padded condom over his helmet.
Dude, yeah. I said it after his first concussion whenever he had fucking, like, those fucking primal hits.
Baby, I like it
Raw.
Sorry, Ryan.
No, you're good, dude. Whenever he had that first one and he did the primal posturing thing, like, that's fucking straight up brain damage. Take his helmet.
You're absolutely right. And we've all said that. Like, it's getting to a point where I don't know if it was supposed to be a fucking, like, people are like, oh, it's a joke. Forgetting someone's name is not a fucking joke.
No, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
And like, if Achan was joking. That's not something you joke around with. If he was joking, then someone needs to, HR needs to have a nice talk with Devin Achan. Like, that's not... I'll find the, when I find the, post, I'll send it to you, Christian.
Okay.
But, alright, let's dive into the NFL for our picks. And open up with Thursday Night Football. The Commanders are 3.5-point dogs going into Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. Christian, you're previewing this. What do you got?
I want to see how the Commanders bounce back because that was a tough loss for them. I've been saying it all year long. Jayden Daniels is the real deal. And it's always the easy thing to do what? Blame the quarterback whenever things aren't going right. But I don't think the Commanders would be in this position right now if it weren't for Jayden Daniels. The offense is much more improved. They're balanced. They want to run the football. They have a good mix of run and pass balance. So they know how to throw a defense off their spot. I think the key for the Washington Commanders, one, if I'm the Commanders, the one thing I'm looking to see is what are they going to do against Saquon Barkley? Because when you play the Eagles now, that's the key. What Derrick Henry is to the Ravens is what Saquon Barkley is to the Philadelphia Eagles. Plain and simple. But I think the key for the Washington Commanders here is number one, like I said, they gotta slow down Saquon. Gang up on him. Soon as he touches that ball, collapse him. Get right to him. Hit him behind the line of scrimmage. Get the Eagles in long yardage situations. Two, I got to see the Commanders get back in sync offensively because from a statistical standpoint, that was their worst offensive performance last week. In the small mistakes, they sometimes come to bite you against the good teams in the league, and the Eagles are playing really well right now. And then lastly, can the Commanders slow down the game? Can they win a time of possession battle? Use Jayden's mobility to your advantage. Control the clock. I think that's what's going to be key. And the Eagles are playing well right now. I mean, ever since that game in Tampa Bay, they've really executed everything properly right now. Perfect amount of run pass balance offensively. Saquon Barkley is looking like an offensive player of the year candidate. But you notice every time the Eagles have won, they've started quickly. You start fast, you let Saquon Barkley loose, and most importantly, they got to come into this game like it's a playoff game. You have experience. A lot of those guys are still on a team from the year that you went to the Super Bowl. I preview this one tomorrow, an hour before the game. Be on the lookout.
Yeah, I mean, it's... Can the pressure get to Jalen as a rookie? Like, Jayden. Like, can Daniels handle the pressure in Lincoln Financial? That's the real thing. And like you said, how can they take care of Saquon Barkley? The game looks like it's gonna be raining, so it's gonna be focused on the running game. And I think Philly right now has the better running game. Give me the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm taking Philly.
Philadelphia.
Okay, next, the Green Bay Packers take on the Bears. Packers are a 5-point favorite. Yeah, you may be at Soldier Field, but I want to see what this offense does now that they got rid of their offensive coordinator. So I'm taking Green Bay.
Yeah, I like Green Bay as well. The Bears are a mess. To be honest with you, I don't think the Bears are going to win a game the remainder of the year. This was the tough part of their schedule. Their hearts were ripped out from them when they played Washington because that was a winnable game in my eyes. Looked terrible against Arizona. Got punched in the mouth last week against New England. Green Bay, I want to see how they come back because they didn't look all that great against the Detroit Lions a few weeks ago. Last week was the bye. Had a chance to get some guys healthy, regroup. Yeah, the ownership of Green Bay over the Bears, it continues.
Pack
Yeah,
attack.
with Packers.
Pack attack.
All right, now this is just a joke. Detroit takes on Jacksonville. Detroit's a 13.5-point favorite. Ha ha, very funny motherfucker.
Detroit. Best team in the league right now.
And it doesn't even look like Trevor Lawrence is going to start.
I'm taking Detroit.
Detroit.
All right, Minnesota takes on the Tennessee Titans. Minnesota's a 6-point favorite. It's Minnesota.
Minnesota.
This is a trap game for Minnesota because I think Tennessee is going to play them tough. I think Minnesota wins, but I didn't like the way the Vikings have looked. The Vikings
90
looked last
seconds.
week, and I haven't liked the way the Vikings have looked the last couple of games. Yeah, they got off to a fast start, undefeated. Lost a tough one to the Lions. Lost a tough one to the Rams, but it just seems like they're allowing teams to hang around. There's no way the Jacksonville Jaguars should have hung around with them last week. They should have put them away. They didn't even score a touchdown, and they still won the game.
Yeah.
60 seconds.
Vikings.
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
All right, Miami versus the Vegas Raiders. Miami's a 7-point favorite. Listen, this just no. Miami because they have Tua. That's about it.
Yeah, that's about it.
I'll fall asleep during this game. Thank you very much.
Miami.
Miami.
Hey, you fucking just Will Smith song playing in the background.
10 seconds.
Thank you, Brenda. The LA Rams taking on New England Patriots. Rams are a 5-point favorite. God damn it. I've taken shits that are more entertaining than this fucking 1 o'clock lineup. Fucking Rams.
Rams.
Yeah, the Rams will bounce back. New England will play tough, but New England doesn't have the offensive firepower to remain in the game with the Los Angeles Rams.
Ryan, are you going against them or are you just not going to say it?
Fuck the Rams.
All right, you're going New England then. All right, the Browns, speaking of shits that no one cares about, versus the Saints. The Saints are a 1-point favorite. I'm taking the Saints.
Saints.
I'm going against you guys. I'm taking Cleveland here. Jameis Winston's back in New Orleans. He's going to come into this game with a chip on his shoulder. I think this is one the Browns are going to really try to come out and get for him. Yeah, the Saints played with a different type of energy and a lot more enthusiasm under Darren Rizzi, the interim head coach for the Saints now. But, I think Jameis has a big game back in the Superdome. I'm going to take Cleveland on the road.
Okay. Ryan?
I'm taking the Saints.
The Colts take on the Jets. Jets are a 4-point favorite.
What time is Law and Order on that day?
Like I said, I've taken shits that are more entertaining than this 1 o'clock window.
Like I said, what time is Law and Order on that day?
On USA, it's on pretty much all day.
What
Oh,
sucks?
there you go. I got my plan set on Sunday then.
What sucks is that we're gonna get stuck with this game, and the next game is gonna be on CBS also. But Show me something. Surprisingly, you're still fucking alive. You're on life support, but you're still fucking alive. Show me that you have a pulse. And the only good thing coming out of this news this week is the Colts are starting Richardson. A man who legitly quit on his team. So with that all being said, if they can keep him in the pocket, the Jets are going to win the game. Hopefully.
I'm sorry, bro. I have no faith in the Jets so
I
far.
have no faith in either one of these teams. I'm just taking the Jets because it's home.
Fair.
Like I said, show me something. Show me there's a fucking pulse. Because God forbid right now, it's like watching some webcam chick fucking a cucumber. It's like a car crash on I-95. You want to look, but you can't turn away.
What are you talking about now?
Ooh, baby, I like it, bro.
Raw.
Yeah, but I'm kind of teetering on 5 stars or 1 star.
Colts Jets.
Oh, well, this is what I'm going to be doing. Wait a minute.
Blow it out your ass.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
All right. And we're flagged.
All right, hey, 30 seconds, man. That's all you get before you get charged for it.
That wasn't 30 seconds. But that's what I'm going to be doing at 1 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. I'd much rather watch Mariska Hargitay and Christopher Maloney than Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. Mariska Hargitay.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Oh my god.
Yeah, make your pick, though, John. Who are you taking?
I said what I said.
Make your pick. I said what
Christian.
I said.
Okay, so since he says he's watching Law and Order, he's taking the Jets.
Thank you. And so who are you taking, Rye?
Not the Jets.
Christian?
I like the Colts in this one. I'm going to throw out a fun fact for you guys. Last Sunday in the Lions-Texans game, Jared Goff and C.J. Stroud combined for more interceptions than the Jets had points. Just saying. I don't like anything I'm seeing from the Jets. I kept trying to tell a certain somebody, but they didn't want to listen.
Fries, motherfucker.
Ronnie,
Listen.
I'm talking about you.
Listen.
I kept trying to tell your ass.
They need to show up, and it was embarrassing. Connor fucking ran it down the throat. All I gotta say is that is.
Fuck is wrong with you? That is some dark shit.
You lost to Chucky Finstow on Sunday.
Wait, John Gruden's coming back?
Go to the next game before I blow your Achilles out.
Onita!
I'll be back, guys.
Well, make your pick for the Ravens Steelers.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
Yeah, by the way, this is the game that we're gonna have to get blocked over for the fucking Colts and Jets.
Yeah, this is gonna be a great one. Baltimore. I'm still not sold on them. Just because their defense is gonna be their downfall. Did you see what Jamar Chase did to them last weekend?
Yeah.
Think about it. Then you look at the Steelers. I mean, look, Russell Wilson. His name is Russell Last name Wilson.
I saw you.
I saw that.
I saw you
I saw
posted that.
Yeah, I saw that posted, and instantly that thought went through my head. I heard you in my head saying that.
I'm gonna send you guys where that came from. Where like the inspiration was why I started saying that. Look, Russ wasn't great last week, but when they needed him to make clutch throws, he did it.
Is
Plain
he
and
still
simple.
signed with? Is he still signed with the Yankees?
I don't know. I got no idea. This is gonna be fun to watch. Baltimore has that high octane offense against a pretty stingy Steelers defense. This isn't going to be a typical Ravens and Steelers game, where back in the early to mid 2000s, it was always a defensive game. Team that broke 20 points will win it, sometimes even 17 at the least. But I think it's going to be high scoring, and I think it's going to be a shootout. And I like the Steelers in this one. I like what they're doing. I just, it's the simple fact that it's going to come down to maybe a play or two, and there is no quarterback, or he's one of the few quarterbacks I want with the ball in his hands, and that's number 3 for the Steelers. I like Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
You know you don't have to ask me.
I know. And I'm taking Pitt too, because the one thing that
Congratulations, Baltimore.
well, no, the one thing that Lamar does not do in tough games is he does not like to actually take the ball and run. And this is going to be a tough game where he's not going to take the ball and take control. He's not going to get out of the pocket, but that's the thing. They need him to get out of the pocket to run if they want the pass game to open up. And it's not going to happen.
Right.
Pittsburgh it's again, the fact that this game is 3 just also tells you that it's going to be a close game. It always is. All right, next game, the Falcons take on the Broncos. Broncos are 2.5-point favorites in Mile High.
Broncos.
Ryan?
What is it? Broncos who?
Falcons.
Give me the Broncos.
The defense is what's going to make this game. Denver has the better defense. And how Atlanta came out and Kirk Cousins was awful. With his passing, Denver's going to should take this one. Give me Denver.
I'm with you guys. I like the Broncos.
Seattle takes on the 49ers. 49ers are a 6.5-point favorite.
San Francisco keeps it moving.
Yeah. Give me the Niners.
Niners.
Did I hear a Niner in there?
Yep.
Niner.
Christian, you're previewing this one. Chiefs-Bills. Bills are a 2-point favorite.
Yeah, I can't wait for this one. I preview every matchup between Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. This is the modern day Peyton and Brady. The games are always close. When they last met was in the playoffs. Tyler Bass tried kicking a field goal. It went wide right. Words that Buffalo Bills fans never want to hear again. Kansas City, the record isn't matching with the play. They're 9-0. They could easily be 6-3, if I'm being honest, because they should have lost to Cincinnati. They could have lost to the Falcons, and they could have lost to Tampa Bay, if we're being honest. But that's the thing about a team with championship pedigree. They're going to find a way to pull it from their sleeve, and they're going to find a way to win a football game. It's not going to look the prettiest, but they find a way, and that's exactly what happened against Denver the other day.
No. This happened against Denver the other day.
New starter for the Broncos comes from the Dolphins. Gain of 2, flag thrown on the play. Yes, Patrick.
What the fuck is that?
Nah, he was talking to one of his coaches.
He was looking at a referee.
I heard he was talking to one of his coaches when he said
Absolutely.
that, Ryan.
He was. He was looking directly at that referee.
Oh. As far as Buffalo, I said that game last week against Indianapolis was a trap game. And Josh Allen has now fallen from my MVP rankings from the top. And I think I probably put him at number 3 or number 4 right now. But Buffalo's played well. I mean, they're running away with the AFC East. Another thing I told a certain somebody on this panel, but he didn't want to listen. They're running the ball. I just want to know if Amari Cooper is going to play in this game, because you signed him for a game of this magnitude. I'm actually doing something special with this preview, you guys. I'm dropping it on Sunday, an hour before the game. That's how big of the game this is. 9-0, 8-2, and you heard what the NFL Today is doing for this game, right?
Yeah, they're pulling a game day.
Yeah, they're pulling a game day.
Penalizing anybody that breathes on Patrick Mahomes.
But I preview it on Sunday. Be on the lookout.
So does that mean, Ryan, you're going to take the Buffalo Bills?
Yes.
Yeah, the Bills have been playing really well, but the question is how much more does Kansas City need to keep going?
I think this is going to be a shootout.
Yeah, I would take the over. I would hammer the fucking over.
I could see 30 points determining the outcome of this football game.
Until I see them lose, I can't go against Mahomes. Like, even if it is again, you're saying it's a ref, them talking to a referee. I gotta go watch the rest of that game, because I gotta see if there was actually any plays that were called towards Kansas City after that was supposedly happened. That were big time plays. Give me KC. Give me the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
What's scary is they have to last, I think 2 more weeks, and then they get healthy. Then Pacheco.
Kansas City?
Yeah, then Pacheco's back.
Pacheco comes back on Sunday.
Oh, that's Terry. You know what? With that alone, give me KC. With Pacheco coming back. All right, Sunday night game, the game that the Jets game got flexed from, Bengals Chargers. Chargers are a 1.5 point favorite. Go Bolts. Give me the Chargers.
Chargers.
Yeah, I'm going to take Chargers.
I'm going to go against you guys. I like the Bengals here. I think this is one that the Bengals need. This is a must win for them. I don't think there's a single guy in the Chargers secondary that can hang with Jamar Chase. I think he has another big game. They will, they'll try to get a little bit of a running game going. Yeah, I like the Chargers. I like the Bengals in this one.
The one thing that the Bengals don't have, though, they do not have a good front seven. And what is the Chargers built on?
They want to run the football.
Yeah, that's how I'm playing that game.
Yeah, but if the Bengals can make this a shootout,
well,
this is almost like a service academy type game where the Chargers want to take 8 minutes to score. They want to take after their coach.
Yeah, where Cincinnati wants to take 2 minutes and drive 80 yards to score, when the Chargers want to take 8 minutes.
Yeah.
So I mean that's pretty much what it is. And oh my God, can we please? I wish they were able to flex this Monday game, because this slate is just not good. The Texans take on the Cowboys.
Oh, Houston's gonna steamroll them. If there were ever a get right game for the Houston Texans, this is it.
And now the fact that they need to put curtains up. Well, no, they won't have to. It's a night game. Fuck your curtains. How old is that stadium?
But
it was up in 2009, so I think it's 15.
15. You're telling me when you first built that fucking stadium, You didn't think about building it north and south, not east and west?
Yeah, but you know you can't tell Jerry anything. He thinks he knows it all.
Well, Jerry's a fucking moron.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
And a semi, I would say a semi-racist too, but...
Semi.
Listen, I don't know the man.
Motherfucker, please.
I think Christian said it best. I think
He doesn't
Semi.
invite... He doesn't get invited to the cookouts, let's put it that way.
Ronnie, let's be real here. He was seen in a picture when he was 14 years old during the civil rights movement at a whites only.
I know where you're going with this, and I also say so was
Need I say?
so was
Look, you ain't
Trudeau,
going-
and so was Trudeau
Listen,
back in the
You
day.
ain't listen. You ain't winning
Hillary
this
Clinton
argument
was
with me.
endorsed by Myron Bird, and he was a former Grand Master of the Ku Klux Klan, and a bunch of fucking people voted for her anyways. We can't play that they were taking a picture game because it fucking backfires on everyone.
Trudeau was in blackface.
Motherfucker.
Listen. Here's
Okay.
here's the answer that everyone knows too. Everyone was okay with Chappelle doing whiteface.
We're okay with the Wayans brothers doing whiteface. That's all White Chicks is, and we love it.
he's got a point there.
We're brothers.
Don't sing that
Don't
theme song.
finish it. Yo, you know what? Your ass almost got hung up on the block.
Hey, listen, the Wayans brothers are some of the best fucking comedians out there.
Yeah, they are. But you
The
ain't
only
singing
thing-
the damn song.
Christian, the only part you can sing for that song is "Give me a high five."
Ronnie,
Listen.
what's red and bad for your teeth? A brick if you sing that shit.
No. Oh, no. If I repeat, don't be a menace in South Central, drinking your juice in the hood, a brick comes at you.
Well, especially that one scene in the convenience store, but we will leave it at that.
What? Because
John, John, that's the smartest shit you could do right now.
But
Y'all ain't about to get me ranting.
are we all... well, I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you something in about 2 seconds. We're all taking Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know they're coming out with a new scary movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the Wayans brothers are back.
Yeah, I saw.
I can't fucking wait. The fact that all the Wayans brothers are back, and we're getting a legit scary movie, not a corporate shill. Thank you.
Is Damon going to be part of this one?
It looks like they're
They're
all
all in
back.
Damon wasn't in any of them, was he?
No,
I
but
think- yeah.
he was a director.
No, Keenan directed it.
All I know is they said that they're all back.
Well, don't worry. I got something.
I can't hear it.
Love, go, bang, bang, bang.
Oh, God.
Bang, bang, bang.
Oh, but anyway.
How
Oh.
do you?
Just like Don't Be a Menace, we definitely are sending you a bunch of messages
God.
that we need to get the fuck out of here.
Message.
Yeah. Final thoughts? Anyone got anything before we wrap this up?
I got nothing.
I got nothing.
All right, Ryan, nothing?
No, let's go.
All right, well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you heard, follow us on all social media accounts under the Nerdport Network. Follow us individually at F and Ronnie.
At the Zombie Master.
At Daily Blitz _61. Catch me tomorrow morning. Snowman in the morning. Snowman Multimedia Group. Ryan Snow and the crew.
At Stuntcock STL. And if you're in the Southern Illinois area, on December 7th, make your way to Granite City for Illinois Elite Wrestling presents Violent Nights, where myself and my tag partner, Rickser Wolfsbane, defend the tag team titles in a triple threat tag match against Class Action and the Dragons Guild.
Okay, and with that being said, thank you for listening. If you like what you heard, please tell your friends. If you didn't like what you heard,
Go suck a dick with your butt.
Hey, yo. Hey, fucking yo. And I was about, never mind.
That's the wrong mess. That's the wrong kind of message.
Gay!
Hey, yo.
Tell your enemies, but always remind them always remind them that there's always a teachable moment, and Bobby Bonilla is still getting paid. And if you don't believe us, then hell, that's just a fact of life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good night.
Mhm.
I fucking hate all of you.